government disbursed grant of 130 million naira to the vulnerable in Katsina. Airstrikes of the Nigerian military kills 14 terrorists in Kaduna State. The Socio-Economic Rights and Accountability Project asks political aspirants to publicly declare assets. Anambra Vigilante Group clashes with youths of Oba community in Idemmili North local government area. On the foreign scene, Argentina's vice president survives assassination attempts. In sports, Sancho seals third win for Manchester United. I am Christine Telfer. Now the news in full. The federal government has begun the disbursement of 130 million naira grant to vulnerable persons in 34 local government areas in Katsina State. The Minister of Humanitarian Affairs, Disaster Management and Social Development, Hajia Sadiya Umar Farouk, flagged off the disbursement. She said beneficiaries of the grant were selected through the Grant for Vulnerable Groups program of the federal government. The minister said the grant for Katsina State is one of the highest in the country for the impact of insurgency, banditry, and internally displaced persons in the state. The federal government has presented certificates of registration and sales permits to authorize fertilizer dealers in Nigeria. This is contained in a statement issued by the Information Officer of the Federal Ministry of Agriculture and Rural Development, Mrs. Modupe Olatunji, in Abuja. At the presentation of the certificates, the Permanent Secretary, Federal Ministry of Agriculture and Rural Development, Dr. Ernest Umahike, said the ministry has trained and deployed fertilizer and agricultural pesticides quality control inspectors to 36 states and the FCT. He said the inspectors are working with security agencies to ensure compliance with the provisions of the Act and regulations. The Executive Secretary of Nigerian Shippers Council, Mr. Emmanuel Jimmy, has called for the promotion of public-private partnership. Mr. Jimmy made the call at the third quarter 2022 PPP Consultative Forum on Thursday in Abuja. He said the introduction of the forum has contributed towards capacity building, knowledge sharing, and networking amongst members. He announced the Kaduna and Kano State inland dry ports as vital projects delivered by the Council. The air component of Operation Whale Punch has neutralized 14 terrorists in an interdiction mission against 2 terrorist hideouts in Igabi local government area of Kaduna State. The strikes were successful as terrorists were eliminated and several others sustained injuries. Sources say that similar airstrikes were undertaken at Udawa village following an intelligence report of terrorist activities in the area. Ahead of the 2023 general elections, civil society organizations have asked political aspirants and parties to publicly declare their assets. The move is aimed at ensuring accountability and transparency among political aspirants in the country. The groups calling for the declaration of assets by political aspirants include Connected Development, Socio-Economic Rights and Accountability Project, Enough is Enough, and others. According to them, the National Assembly should oversee full operational independence of INEC ahead of the 2023 elections. Men of the Anambra Vigilante Group and youth of Oba community in Idemmili North local government area of Anambra State have engaged in a battle of wits. Although the cause of the crisis is yet to be ascertained, but has led to the destruction of vehicles belonging to security outfits of the state government. The police public relations officer of the state, Mr. Tochukwu Ikenga, confirmed the incident and said the youths were reacting to an alleged attack on their chairman by operatives of the vigilante group. The United Nations Educational, Scientific, and Cultural Organization has said Nigeria now has about 20 million out-of-school children. The agency said a global figure of about 244 million children and youths between the ages of 6 and 18 are out of school. According to the statistics, India, Nigeria, and Pakistan have the highest figures for out-of-school children globally. Men of the Nigerian police have arrested a 37-year-old man for alleged murder of his parents in Gagawara local government area of Katsina State. The incident was confirmed by the police public relations officer of Jigawa Command, DSP Lawan Shishu. The police spokesman said the suspect was arrested after he allegedly attacked his father, mother, and 2 others. The victims were taken to the Gumel General Hospital, where 2 of the victims were certified dead. On the foreign scene, Vice President Cristina Fernandez has survived an assassination attempt after a gunman's weapon failed to fire at her. The man attempted to kill the vice president as she was surrounded by large crowds of supporters outside her Buenos Aires residence. In sports, Jadon Sancho was the difference of the night as Manchester United cruised a 1-0 victory over Leicester City at the King Power Stadium. Sancho scored in the 22nd minute, rounding the Leicester City goalkeeper, Danny Ward, before slotting the ball into an empty net. That sports story brings us to the end of the news. Please remember to subscribe to this channel and follow us on all our social media platforms. I am Christine Telfa. Enjoy the rest of your day.